Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Bethany Alexandria. I'm your host and reader, Thelia. A warm welcome to our new and returning viewers. Special shout outs going to our subscribers. Thank you for your love and your support. We're kind of diving into the messiness of getting into this reading, and it's all right. That's life sometimes. Okay. I hope and trust that you are all doing well and not running around being little assholes in life. Try not to overspend for the Christmas season as well. It would be a shame for you not to be conscientious in how you spend your moolah. Okay. So think about that. There are many uh, innovative ways to go about embodying the energies of Christmas authentically. All right, we're going to open up by seeing who it is that we are reading for tonight. Who are we reading for? Bound by demands? You feel stuck? Oh my goodness, listen. Oh wow. Okay, this may be your spirit guide. Someone here may your pet name may be Stucky. But you could be feeling stuck. Now, we have divine union. Use wings of empathy to bring love and harmony. And here you are feeling stifled by expectations and wanting to bust out of the limits and reclaim your freedom. Okay. This could be you facing demands from work, from prior obligations or promises that you made, or people just thrusting their bloody expectations on you. But we'll see. Who is it that we're reading for tonight? Spirit guides, thank you for these messages. Who are we reading for? It's going to take a while in the reverse. This could be something that you're going through right now. This is giving me very live energy. This is giving me some level of action that you're actively pursuing, harmonizing yourself, or setting boundaries around what people expect from you and how much you give. What is it that you're hiding? You're on holiday. Here we are. Like I said, setting boundaries. Someone here could be visiting the Caribbean. You may be staying at Sandals. Ooh, do we have a butler suite? Good job. Okay. What you're hiding? Liberated path. You're like, listen, I am booking it out of here. Oh my goodness. Did you take off and not tell anyone? Liberated path. Embrace freedom as you break through, taking steps towards your true potential. You are not only getting out of country, most highly likely, but you are very intentional about this time that you're taking to look at the many ways in which you have over committed yourself, or you've allowed people to volunteer your commitment, and they've come and sat at the table of you and eaten, licked the plate and left the plate right there. They didn't even bring it to the sink. Next, we have falling apart in the reversed. Mm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Because we're putting too much bloody pressure on you. And with the rose coming out with this falling apart in the reverse, these people were relying on you for finances as well. It's giving me the feeling that you've had enough of it all and you're like, screw this shit. On holiday. Okay, where is this leading, spirit guides? Where is this leading? We have guarded reverse lightning strikes. What's happening? Aha. You are freeing yourself from past relationships that created entrapments for you. You are dismantling your life by walking away from relationships that stunted your growth and that made you feel bound, incapable of moving as freely as you'd like. You're taking time to also be okay that in the end, no matter all the workings and the finger pointing that can be done by yourself or any other party, that you own your presence in the storyline. And now that you've decided to pull your energy back, well, let's just say a situation's about to explode and somebody may be needing a church soon. Envy's turmoil and decisions. Yeah, someone's at a crossroads. We'll see what's going on here. Your healing has people in an uproar. They are obsessed and they are jealous, and it is insistent. And these people may be on the outskirts of you figuring out, well, do I come towards this person? Do I do this? There could be people here as well in your energy that there is a plan that they had concocted and it's gone to shite. And now they're thinking of coming towards you to tell you something, but they're indecisive and procrastinating. Spirit, what's your advice? We have heart. So being open at the heart space. And then we have distorted perspective in the reverse. There may be there is a call here for spending your energy intentionally from your heart space. What does that mean? I'll give you a very quick example. You're walking up the street and you see your buddy Jerry. You like Jerry. Jerry just got a promotion. You both work for the same company. You wanted that promotion too, let's say, right? But when you see Jerry, you don't hold any animosity towards Jerry. Do you feel me? So you're moving from the heart space because you're accepting that things worked out the way that they should have. And you can genuinely not only congratulate this person, but continue on. You may learn something too from watching them grow. So that's intentional and intentionally moving from, say, the heart space. I mean, it's the totality of you, but you get what I'm saying, right? Moving from the heart will allow you to dispel spells that you cast on your own manifestations when they are revealed to you, especially through the pineal gland. If you don't know, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. You just maybe haven't labeled it, but there's everybody's pineal gland is active to some degree. It may not be the most active, but you should know the difference between pineal activation and regular sight. I don't think I need to state that. So think about pineal gland activity, and maybe you received a message of some kind about your potentiality to achieve something. Distortion comes from the fear that oftentimes is a triggered mechanism that shows itself. And whatever feeling you can ever attribute to any feeling of fear or hesitation when the pineal sends a message, that is a distortion. It's like a thin layer, a thin piece of wet sheet that's being thrown over a perfect and beautiful image. Spirit advice? Child, we're already 10 minutes in. Goodness. I hate nothing about you. Spirit love you. Pretty much. And then we have later than you think. Let's see. Who is this that is in your energy, observing you, watching you, and they're like, fuck, I actually like that person. Who is this? Someone here in your energy, my darling. If you have social media, if you do anything on social media, if you have a website, you have a business, whatever the case is, whatever it is that you produce that this person can observe of yours, they have entered your stratosphere and they have gotten sucked in. Whatever it is that they have been watching or observing, but when they looked up, it had been 2 hours and 5 minutes. Oh goodness. You probably want to know what this is about, huh? We'll get some clarifiers, don't worry. All right, so let's break out of these oracle cards and dive in at a deeper level for this energy that we're reading for that has felt bound by obligation and is now escaping everyone and disassociating, and people are losing their shits behind the scene. We have reconciliation, rebuild. Okay. And I mean, with your energy, this is firstly giving me you rebuilding your own divinity, your own wings, finding compassion within yourself for yourself, so you don't continue to perpetuate placing yourself in situations where you're constantly being commanded and leaning towards the demands of others. We had twin flame divine connection in the reversed. Reconnecting with yourself after leaving a twin flame dynamic. There may have been a lot of mirroring here. This is a very mirrored based relationship as well. And this may be a part of the reason why you felt so bound. Because it's especially if you know that you're with your twin flame, it's this, you will ask yourself the question, how can I abandon myself? Because it oftentimes feels that way. Reconciliation, rebuild, twin flame, divine connection in the reversed. We have a twin flame that may be incessant with wanting to get back into your energy. This may not be something that they're articulating to you in person, but the energy is there. For some of you, you may have been in a twin flame dynamic, and this is the time for you to make a decision. And this is why lightning is striking them in their quarter of the city or the world, because everything depends on you and whether or not you will be okay with rebuilding. You could have been really up in your head because of the intensity of the connection as well, whether it was a should I stay or should I go now type of thing. Reconciliation, rebuild, karmic twin flame relationship, or twin flame relationship dissolve. Not every twin flame relationships can dissolve peacefully. They can dissolve with the required maturity and understanding for you to pass that emotional and spiritual level on to the next. And this is when you find that you have glow ups in your relationship experiences on a whole. Okay. Spirit guides, it seems that this is quite layered. It's not coming out. Single, not in a relationship in the reverse. We're deciding. Reconciliation and rebuilding is on the table. Hmm. Um, you may feel, or you may already have passed a deadline that you both agreed upon for you to make a decision, or this could have just been an assumption on this person's part that you would have gotten back to them about what if you wanted to move forward by now. And this may be a part of the reason why we have this later than you think. Being tied to the distorted view in the reverse. If person is wondering if how you think of them has changed any. Clarifying what you're hiding now that you're on holidays because you're choosing to mend yourself and not playing victim to a situation that would only lead to you being in the upright, falling apart. You are choosing you and you're saying, no, I don't need to fall apart over this. I refuse. I refuse. Nine of Wands reversed. I am not staying in a household, an apartment, a situation, in a telephone conversation or a group chat where I don't feel protected. I am going where the sun is warm on my skin. I have peace, I have tranquility, I have the complement of nature to heal me and feed me, and I'm going to relax. Nine of Wands reversed. Seven of Swords in the reverse. You've put me through enough shit, actually. Yeah. And that's why my phone's on silent. That's why you can't reach me because you have been the thing from which I need to recover. King of Swords in the upright. Yep. Yeah. You're not changing. I don't need to be hasty about my decision. And if I want to, maybe I'm gonna keep you on red for the rest of your life because quite frankly, what are you offering me? The thing is though, you haven't told this person this yet. You're thinking about it now that you're taking time, now that you're taking time away, but you haven't told them about it because you're saying I'll wait for the right time. So you could be praying for a sign. You could be asking your guides for a specific sign. For you, this person's a lot of talk and no change. And this is the main reason why it's choosing you. It's a necessity at this point. Moving on to where this is leading. Now that you are no longer guarded, and confirmation on this guarded in the reverse energy because this is the same as the Nine of Wands in the reverse and you being on holiday. You being guarded and everything's falling apart. Since you've been gone, I can't breathe for the first time. Since you've been gone. Since you've been gone. Compromise, making changes in the reverse. I'm not sacrificing myself for you, sir. And I'm going to tell you and everybody else, says Mama, I'm not sacrificing myself for your daughter, or for your son. I'm not doing it. Oh, what do you mean? Well, what do you think this is? When you walk through the door, what did you think this was? This was a practice. You were on stage. The curtains rolled back. You had the mic. You showed me your big one. And now you are pushing me a card of reconciliation, rebuild. And I'm like, I'm tired. I need to go rest and rejuvenate. Compromise, making changes, reverse. Lightning striking for them, and now they're envious because you're not making a decision and you're holding back and you're indecisive, and they're up in their head about why you're procrastinating, and they're labeling you as a player, and they're saying that you're being difficult because you're not changing, you're not compromising. Nonsense. Where is this leading? Compromising, making changes, player. Strategic. I'm hearing that this person complains constantly. If they're not complaining to people around them, it's constantly this mental, it's like very Nine of Swordsy. They're very much in their heads complaining about how you're being. And they don't like the fact that you are no longer fearful. And you are playing the cards that you've been dealt, and now you have the upper hand in the game. They don't like it. This person hates the fact that you now have the say. They played themselves here. They played themselves. Compromise, making changes, player. Look, the hanged one. You played yourself. You played yourself. Now they can't help but be spittering and sputtering all over in your energy. We have the Four of Cups in the reverse. Spirit's advice. Heart-focused emotional healing. Removing distortion. Freeing yourself of peoples whose energies are cloudy. One. And then secondly, directed in a direction that is in opposition to where you're going and where the divine is calling you. It's a no. We're getting rid of those tiny, damp, silken sheets from the hills of China. We're moving them one by one because we need to see, we need to breathe. We're tired of being in relationships where we feel like we're being waterboarded. It's weird. No, I don't want your offer. Four of Cups reverse. I don't want to message you. That's why you're blocked. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to see you. Don't creep me. Like I wish that you will harness all the powers that you can from sky and land to wipe yourself of the memory of ever having met me, because I'm most definitely doing the same. But you're not really telling them. It's, I don't know. You are waiting for divine timing. We did see that. But do you really want to be free though? Because I feel like the sex might have been good, you know? With this bound by demand, reconciliation, rebuild energy, friend. King of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, the money situation ain't good. You definitely don't want to be working with them on that. The Spirit is also showing you here that even though this person wants to be with you, they don't hate anything about you, and they're anxiously now waiting on you. Remember, because they fumbled, right? That's why they're hung up here. And now you're the strategic player. But the physical manifestation aspect of it here It's showing me that you are aware. So you could have lost money with this person, or just moving forward with them in life could have just been a brick wall going nowhere. Magnetic passion attraction in the challenge. Yeah, you definitely change how you feel about this person. You lost respect for them, and there's something here that they did that makes you think that they are also responsible with their life decisions. Yeah, it turned you off. Four of Cups reverse, King of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, you like a boss daddy. So I'm getting here that you may be boss status yourself. Three of Swords reverse. Yeah. Mm. Oh, what's the Three of Swords reverse? What did they do? Oh, Lord. They did a bit. Let's see. Crossroads. So everything's crossing. Crossroads, the Hermit, healing, releasing. There may be addictions here or a connection that this person should have let go and they did not. They could have said they were going to treatment as well, or they would have, and they kept putting it off. There was a decision to be made and they neglected doing it. Not only did they neglect doing well, I will say the most basic, but the most basic is the hardest, and that's going within yourself and facing your truth. One of the reasons why people are stuck and unchanged in situations that are unpleasant, and it's unpleasant for them, they may even articulate to others it's unpleasant, is that embodying this hermiting energy to go within and face yourself enough to have your own tower rocked, set on fire, and pieces of it falling to the ground. You have to do the work. And the work and lack of work is always the reason why when people have spiritual awakening, those that feel left behind find themselves being killed with envy. You refused. You haven't been battling. You haven't been you haven't been on the battlefield of the mind. You never tested out your nightly gear. You're old in years, but you're fresh and wet behind the ear. Like, did you just teleport through the tunnel of creation? Are you brand new? Then now see, here you are, up in your head at night, feeling as though your world is being turned upside down because you played yourself. Spirit guides, what should this person have released? I'm going a little bit deeper. Let me know if you like these deeper readings. Feel free to put an indication of your desired timestamp. However, I will warn you, this is an invitation of me being fluid and flexible, but in no way, shape, or form are you to develop an expectation that I am going to do things how you want it. We will fight and you will lose. Crossing, shape shifting, mimicking. Yeah, pretending. Mm. Ay, ay, ay. So, in closing this reading, bound by demands, you see that Spirit is still revealing to you the reasons that you already know. And so, is this the divine timing signal that you are looking for to release yourself? Because it's on the wall, it's in the ceiling, and as you can see, it's on the board. Remain encouraged in your own liberation and setting a standard for yourself in which you are well. Be it that you are a cross watcher, that you would have considered yourself at any time victim or victor. There is nothing like being held with genuine regard, honest regard, and you should never settle for less. Until next read, all my love, bye for now.